Welcome to Seers, Be-ers, Knowers, and Doers, a podcast about intuition. Do you know what that is? Intuition to me is that inner sense for knowing that something is true, and yet I have no proof. But there's so many definitions, and there's so many ways it can come. I'm looking to bring together and share with you some amazing guests who have some amazing life stories and also some insights into how intuition can come. And I'm looking to gather those crows in the trees. I hope you're one of them. I hope that this podcast inspires you to be more connected to your intuition, and I hope that by doing that, we make the world a better place. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. Hi everyone, it's Heather Drummond of Healing Vitality, and I am so excited that you're taking your time out of your day today to listen to my podcast, Seers, Be-ers, Knowers, and Doers. This podcast is about introducing you to people with wonderful things to share, but also it's to help people realize that we all have this gift called intuition. My nephew asked me the other day, what is intuition? He's 21. When I was talking to him about my podcast, and he was like, what is intuition? And my definition to him was a feeling, knowing, or sense of things when you don't have proof or you can't explain why. I think we've all had that before. In fact, I know we've all had that before. The dictionary explains it as the ability to understand or know something immediately based on your feelings rather than facts, or an ability to know something without needing to think about it or use reason to discover it. All those things can be a flash of insight. It can be a gut instinct. It can be goosebumps. It can be feelings. It can be words that you hear in your head. It can be just knowing you need to move towards an action. I think so many people have intuition and they discount it. They don't think they do. They think intuition needs to be put on a pedestal and only some people have it. I'm here to tell you we all do. And it's a gift. It's an early warning sign. It's something that if we listen to it, our life becomes fuller. Our life becomes easier or more simple, less drama oriented. We bring the right people into our world. We bring the right lessons into our world. We learn our lessons faster. It's something that if we all stayed listening to our intuition, we would all be exactly where we're supposed to be. Now, one might argue we're always exactly where we're supposed to be, but I think that there are times in our lives that we've all experienced where life just gets hard. You know, we need to be, quote unquote, hit over the head in order to get the message. We need to become sick sometimes in order to get the message. We need to burn out in order to get the message. I think that if we could listen earlier, or if we never stopped listening, we would avoid making decisions because of external factors. You know, people stay in relationships longer than they should, or they get married knowing that person's not the person. Or perhaps they take the job because it's what they should do, not necessarily because it's what they want to do or what they know they should do. And sometimes those answers aren't apparent when the opportunities come up. What I've realized is that intuition is actually breadcrumbs in some cases. We're not necessarily aware of what it is that big picture. We don't have all the answers. We're just given the next thing to do. And that can be frustrating. I think we've all been there too. Why can we not know the whole picture? Why are we just given a breadcrumb? This podcast came from intuition. It was an early morning. I was dog sitting a friend's dog and I heard the words, do a podcast. And I had no idea what was involved in doing that. And it's been up to now about a 6-month journey of figuring out technology, getting guests lined up, understanding that there's a process to everything. and literally just following the nudges and doing it. So it's been interesting to do an introduction after I've done some interviews, because it's given me some comfort in front of this microphone and helped me give people an awareness that I'm really excited about some of the stories that are going to be shared with you. And I hope that they will resonate with you as much as they do with me. I'm here to normalize intuition. I'm here to bring it off the pedestal. I'm here to make sure that we all have an understanding that it is an individual thing. And we can get in more alignment with it sometimes the more quiet we become, or the more connected we become to our authentic self. And that can be, intuition helps us become more authentic self, and it can be being more real and authentic can help us listen to our intuition. So it's just like this loop that goes around. Have you ever had a situation where you didn't listen? Well, I've had a few of those. I think we all have. And it comes with lessons. It sometimes comes with sickness. It's usually the quietest voice in the room. It's usually the thing that feels good, but sometimes doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's always interesting to me to hear other people's stories about their intuition, because they're so diverse and in some ways so profound, and in other ways so simplistic on how they come about and what they've brought that person to in the end. Intuition is something that I have noticed throughout working with other people, and I use intuition to listen to the body as I do my appointments, and I check in and see whether or not people are listening to their own intuition. And it's incredible to me that there's a percentage of people of all ages who aren't listening. And they'll say, no, I don't listen to that. They may acknowledge that they know what they're supposed to do intuitively, but they consciously don't do that thing in some cases. And in other cases, they don't even know what their intuition is or how it comes to them. So one of the reasons I'm doing this podcast is to give people insights into different ways that it can come for different people, but also to give people an awareness that everybody has it, and give us a chance to discuss different scenarios and how it can play out in your life. It is something that animals use on a regular basis to stay alive. And we're an animal, and every choice that we make can be an intuitive one in my mind. So it's to tap into this early warning system, this GPS, this system that is innately given to us, divinely led, that is helping us reach our ultimate goals, our purpose in life, to stay as healthy as we can and keep us in line with the people and tribe that we're supposed to be working with on this planet called Earth. With that in mind, I just wanted to put it out there to you to come along on this journey, intuitively listen, see what insights come to you, share them, and make sure that if you are listening to your intuition, good on you. Keep listening. If you aren't listening to your intuition, or you need to know more information about it, then by all means, reach out, ask questions, connect with others, ask for a sign, research it. You'll see it's inside you. You'll be inspired. It all starts with awareness. It doesn't have to be put on a pedestal. Let's bring it down to the grassroots. You don't have to live in the clouds to have intuition. I'm really looking forward to walking this journey with all of you. Thanks so much. Until next time. Thank you so much for giving us your time today. We truly appreciate our guests for sharing their stories and insights about how intuition has impacted their lives. And I'm so grateful for Peter Trainer for his time in giving me this original music. It's now your turn. It's your turn to listen and act on your own intuition and help make the world a better place. Until next time, keep seeing, being, knowing, and doing. If you like this podcast, please share it. If you want to find others like it, go to www.healingvitality.ca or wherever you would find your podcasts. We would love to have you join us on this journey. Come be a crow sitting in the tree. Be part of our community.